What time is it? Game time! Woo! Welcome to another episode of Sneaker Battle. I am your host Tony Mui, and today we have a David versus Goliath battle. In one corner, he is a co-founder of one of the largest online sneaker marketplaces in the world. StockX's very own Josh Luber is here to battle. And in the other corner, he is literally the biggest competitor we've had so far. Standing in at 6 foot 8 inches tall, center for the Charlotte Hornets, La Pantera, Bismak Biyombo is here to battle. And of course, back like a boomerang, not to forget, my guy Jose is here to provide secondary market prices to the viewers to give them some context on how these sneakers either appreciated or depreciated over time. Bismak, for those who don't know you, you are a member of the Jordan brand family, but you're also representing Team Bigfoot. What size do you wear and what can we expect in your collection today?
Oh, size 16. Yeah. So it's funny when I got with Jordan brand, it was like, look, we don't make this big old size. And then over the time, they were making some, so I had a few in me.
The struggle is definitely real. Josh, we're breaking new grounds today with this battle. As a founding member of StockX, is it true that you have access to every sneaker in the world and you don't have to pay for them?
That's the least true thing pretty much in the world. Everyone assumes that.
Gentlemen, the rules are simple. This is a 5-round bout. Each round will tackle a different category. Both battlers will show off their shoes at the same time from the count of 3, and afterwards we'll let the viewers decide who won this battle. Round 1, show off your best Olympic colorway sneaker. In 3, 2, 1, show.
I was gonna bring those out. So I got the Jordan 10s, the Westbrook, just because it was my man. And when they released them, I was really excited. I think when I got with the brands, a few years later, we were just signing Westbrook, moving from Nike. And there's a pair of shoes that they made at the time that him and I were playing in back then.
Hold on, Bismak, but are they Olympic colorway sneakers though?
Well, they made it for the Olympics, right?
Did they?
I think.
Josh, do we let this slide?
So here's the thing. It's a red, white shoe. So, I actually don't know the history of it, but I kind of feel like this is it's his shoe, man.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let it slide.
At least Goga didn't tell the truth. Because I was gonna come out with those ones you got in your hand, but I figured,
I knew that you're a Jordan brand athlete, so I figured I had to bring out one pair of Jordans. These happen to be the 2012s, but they first released in 2000 with the Sydney Olympics. When they came out in 2012, I grabbed them and one of those shoes that I just have worn a lot. This was my option, which is clearly not made for the Olympics, but the red, white, and blue in this is so fly. And it's just one of my favorite all-time shoes, and I couldn't find another place to it. This is the undefeated Babe ZX 5000 from 2012.
All right, Jose, talk to me.
All right, I'll start with you, Bismak. It's looking like it's going for around 300 on average for your Westbrook 10. Not a size 16, which is obviously super hard to come across, but I'm guessing that might be a little more expensive. And then for you, Josh, same thing, around 350 for that Jordan 6.
Round 2, show off your most slept on sneaker. In 3, 2, 1, show. Oh, I like this variety.
This is the Reebok Pierre Moss Experiment 4. Pierre Moss has done, just a couple shoes with Reebok now, but this is the one that I think is going to be huge. It's obviously based off the Instapump Fury. I feel like this is going to be a really huge shoe once we get back to it. And just shout out Kirby and Pierre Moss and everything they're doing.
So this is what I got for you guys. When they first came out with this, I got real excited because it kind of looked like the African print. I wore it in Africa, and a lot of people feel like they could relate it. And then kind of came back and then talked to the brand, and somehow he ended up in a lot of people back home. And so every time I go home, I'll see people wearing them.
Talk about it.
They made a few pair at first. They wanted us to try them on, and I barely see people wear them. I never see anybody with these shoes. I kind of like this out of Future. I think it's the first Future they came out with.
Infrared.
I really love them. Super comfortable. I always pack them. Easy to wear them. Easy to travel with.
So this is slept on today, right? Like this came out in December of 19. I feel like this is an all-time slept on shoe.
Ooh.
First of all, I mean, it's Air Max BW Stash. I just feel like this is one of those like all-time classics that don't get mentioned in the same breath with some of the others. So here's the last one. And this is just, all-time classic shoe, Mohab. I mean, you can't beat it.
So Josh, I'll start with you. That Pierre Moss is looking like it's going for around 400 on average in the secondary market. And then for Bismak, those future premiums I'm finding for around 200 on average.
Round 3. Show off your best sneaker featured in a commercial. In 3, 2, 1, show. Nice. Bismak, talk to me.
Man, this is my favorite. When he came out, I was a Jordan brand athlete at the time, but I really didn't know the story. And then they sent us all these packages. It was crazy, like the t-shirts and all that. So I started going through it and I'm reading about it. I was like, oh yeah, this is really exciting. So then I went and Googled it to find some more information. And then I saw the commercial. I was like, man, this is really dope. And then the story behind it. And then you talk to Michael and then you kind of tell the story about it. I was like, oh man, this is definitely cool. So yeah, I stick to the band.
All right, so if you say commercial, then immediately the first thing my mind goes to is like the classic 90s Nike's commercial. And so this is the Air Command Force, which was David Robinson's shoe. This is the re-release version. This is from 2014. It was like the first version had the pump and, you would release it in it was just crazy. This this massive David Robinson shoe from 1990s.
Bismak, what do you think about David Robinson's game?
I love it. It's incredible. My man, David was a beast. And obviously, every time you get the chance to maybe hear from him and talk to him, you gotta learn as much as you can from him.
So honestly, I couldn't find out whether this commercial ever existed, but it should have.
Ooh, Huaraches.
Which was the Fab 5 Huarache. And again, I was just thinking classic 90s stuff, and there should have been a commercial for these if there wasn't. So
these are the K54. I loved it because the idea behind it from Amadou was to kind of push Africa forward. And they only made like few pairs, and he always made sure I get one pair.
I'll start with the band ones. So those are skyrocketing right now, averaging around 1,000 for the 2017 pair. And for the Command Force, I'm seeing for around $400, $300 on the low.
Round 4, show off your best sneaker to wear on game day. In 3, 2, 1, show. Hey, damn, that's crazy.
Walking into All-Star game, I'm gonna wear a classic Kobe All-Star shoe. This is one of the 4 from the 2011 All-Star Kobe 6 Orange County Sunset. Honestly, just my favorite Kobe, and it's Kobe, right? So we're gonna do that. Certainly my basketball career didn't last quite as long as Bismak's. When I was sort of at my peak of playing 2, 3, 4 times a week, it was all Hyperdunks. And this was the Galaxy Hyperdunk release from the 2012 All-Star game with Blake Griffin. Actually, probably one of the most slept-on shoes from that pack.
So I love the Travis Scott, man. These shoes are great. I've flipped the laces so many times, but I just like the way it comes out, the colorways, there's like when the story about reversing the Nike logo, I thought that was cool too. And then for game day, I kind of have to switch it up. I came out with this. These are like the first shoes that Jordan Brand made for me when I first time with them. It was only like 12 of us. I think these are Superfly. Really comfortable, super light on your feet. And then they came out with this other Superfly, which they made for the Congo. When we were playing the second African game, I wanted to wear something that would actually represent the Congo. At the time, the country was struggling inside the insole. I don't know if you can see it. It said playing for peace. And then on the other side, together as one and then playing for peace. So they made only 3 pairs of this.
Wow.
So yeah. So this veterans one, when they made them, I literally fall in love with them. I was in Orlando. I played with them once or twice, and then I was like, I can't do it no more. I need to keep them safe, man. So I went and put them in my closet. They were too good. So yeah, I love them.
one of the other four, right? So this is the East LA version of the Kobe 6 All-Stars. So the Kobe 6 was just such a wearable shoe, you know, on and off the court, and the colorway of this one and the orange were my two favorites. So.
All right, we got a long list here. I'll start with you, Josh. The Kobe's you pulled out are looking like they're going for around a lot. 1,200 on average, seeing some as low as 900, but obviously super hard pack to come across. And with the passing of Kobe, all the prices are going up, as you know. Those Galaxies, again, those are a high price. Going for around 600, obviously a super rare pair to have. And we're seeing all these all-star packs going up. Like the airships, I think people are seeing more value in those go up. So definitely a good pick.
Nice.
For the Travis, again, another high price on the Travis one, 1,400, 1,500 on average. And the bigger sizes, smaller sizes, obviously those prices go higher. Bismak, that one pair of Jordans you pulled out, the Superfly, that PE, very hard to come across. Not seeing them on a secondary market. So I would have to leave that up to somebody like Josh or his team to put a price together for it.
There you go, Josh. Hit me.
Hey, there's no value to put on a one of one or one of three, right? That thing is literally priceless. It's literally priceless, right? You tell me, Bismak, what do you sell it for? 1,000? 1,000?
Hold on, Josh, we're not gonna get him in trouble. Bismak, don't answer that at all. Stay quiet.
My shoes are not for sale, man.
Stay quiet, Bismak.
Literally, that's my point. Literally priceless.
Let's move on to the final round. Round 5 is called Battler's Choice. Whatever heat you want to use against your opponent, now is the time to do so. In 3, 2, 1, show. Oh my goodness, holy cow.
So they only made 29 of this. You know, they were talking about ideas of start making shoes that we could, you know, either, you know, like now they have the basketball players, they have some football players, and then they have some baseball players. So they start coming out with the idea where they would only make shoes that the basketball players would have, and sometimes they make shoes that the football players would have. So that's when they made this, and it's probably one of my favorite ones when it came out.
So are all 29 made for you?
No, for different players. So
okay,
there's
just
28 other players that has it.
So look, I could pull out shoes that are worth, you know, $10,000, but I feel like these are so special and so rare, and like talk about like a story and everything behind it. So this is 2006, 2007 SB Blazer Milk Crate, and this was the skate shop, Fly skate shop in Shanghai, and the back of it is the founder of that skate shop, Jeff, who used to work at a milk processing plant. And it's kind of like, where is Jeff? He's gone because he left his job at the milk processing plant to go open Fly skate shop. And then when I was in Shanghai last year, I went to visit the skate shop for the first time. It's this tiny little place on this nondescript street in Shanghai. And just the colors and laces and everything about it. And also like, take a look at the tongue and like, see that basically, you know, I'm not going to say that Virgil and those guys copied that, but in terms of like the way they were, you know, inside outing, you know, the tongue and the stuff they were doing, that was just, you know, 10, 15 years ahead of its time in that sort of stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Have you seen this one?
Aren't those like a women's Stingray?
So I'll tell you a story behind it. On these retreats that we do, it was a competition, and whoever wins was going to get a prize, right? So they were making this for women's. And as everybody was competing, we all put energy into it. By the end of the day, Michael was like, well, we're just gonna make it for everybody. Includes the men's, only the men's on here, the big size will get it. So that's how I end up getting this.
Wait a second, Bismak, there's a retreat, there's a Jordan Brand athlete retreat?
It's a long story.
Oh, come on, give us the details, man.
Come on, man, it's a long story, but yeah, something like that.
Okay. One could only dream.
But we get to see like the ideas that they have, but the future of the brands and all that, understanding the business size of things, which is pretty good as well, and getting to know what's next, you know.
So this
is
the men's of the Arctic Orange. So Don gave me this. Don also is a StockX investor and has been a supporter and a friend for a while. So same thing, right? Women's kid-size shoe that was not available, meant only for friends and family. So this was pretty awesome to have, and
those are nice.
Shout out Don for those.
You know, we went in Monte Carlo, so the Christian himself came to tell us the story, why it was inspired by Jordan. You know, we were all looking forward to this, and the idea behind it obviously was amazing. So yeah, that's why I kind of fall in love with them.
Have you worn them yet?
No, I have not. I was looking forward to wear them, but now that we're gonna resume, hopefully the season, however this is gonna go, hopefully we're able to play in some games so I can pull out my outfit. And then the last one is this. I got this for Christmas.
What is that?
I don't know.
Is that
the Jordan one?
What's the other side? Is that the Lance
There's
Mountain?
notes in here, but it does not give the name. So need some guidance in.
This is the problem when you battle guys that are with Jordan Brand. What, you know? You get all
come on, man. You run the whole show.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, just to match to price matching with the Dior.
Yes, I got those. I gotta find them.
Yeah, right. That's a good one. We had these made for the second Comic Con by JBF Customs. They're made out of Air Jordan Bulls jerseys and basketball. So this is actually NBA basketball, and each one of them is different. There were 10 pairs. One of them all basketball. Obviously, this is with the black and white jersey. So
this is not a Christmas gift. You see, they come out with all this, but if you see at the bottom here, there is like writings and stuff. So they only made how many pairs of this? I can't even remember. And then they send it with the gold thing here that has. Let me see. You see, it has the BB. My initials. They've only made 2 of these. So.
This is a shoe that Don customized during the All-Star weekend in New Orleans. So Don dyed these in indigo blue, and the whole thing is like, it almost like comes off on your hand. It is like you almost can't even wear them. They're just, the whole thing is just, it's crazy.
Nice.
This is the most heat.
Oh, what basketball cards?
These are Jordan rookies. So. Even MJ can't give you these, so there you go. There's the most heat, Jordan rookies.
Let's start with Bismack. Those dress code Jordan 4s, super rare sneaker. Cannot find it on the secondary market at all. It's one shoe that I've seen in person on Blake Griffin's foot. He told us a story on sneaker shopping about how he got them, and obviously the camp you guys all went to. So that shoe, again, it just has no price to it. For Josh, those milk crates, I found one pair in the secondary market for $1,800.
All right, gentlemen. Well, that concludes another episode of Sneaker Battle. Thank you to both Bismack and Josh Luber for stopping by and throwing down in the sneaker gauntlet. I want to ask Bismack, you've been doing a lot of humanitarian work with the Democratic Republic of Congo. What else can you tell us about that?
We started about 9 years ago when I just got in the league. I was 18, wanted to look into something to help people back home. So I came up with the idea of doing basketball camps. We started with 20, 25 kids. At the time, didn't have a lot on my hands, so I called our equipment manager if you could give me some equipment. So we put equipment together, we shipped it back home. Because I never had a brand new pair of shoes until I actually left the country at 16. That's when I got my brand new pair of shoes.
We appreciate you for that. Josh, StockX has grown tremendously. What's next on the agenda?
Yeah, one shoe that I didn't show here today is the New Balance No Vacancy In. This is a shoe that we released on StockX a couple weeks ago. This is, I think, really the future for us, for our business, as we literally IPO products into existence. And so for us to be able to work with brands to put out shoes in a more fair way at a fair price, as opposed to people camping out or having to win raffles or pay off bouncers. This really is what I spend a lot of my time on, and I think becomes the future of the business. So you'll see a lot more IPOs and brand releases on StockX moving forward.
Incredible. Well, that's it for us. Jose, what should the viewers do?
Vote on the pairs, not the prices. And obviously, thank you guys for coming through. We appreciate you.
That's right. Leave in the comments below who won this battle, and we'll see you on the season finale. Peace!